Hello everyone, welcome to the solutions of the Advanced Maths and Physics section for NSAA 2016. We were solving this as a proxy to ESAT M2. In the last video, we had solved up to question 79. Let us start from question 81. Given that 7 cos theta minus 3 tan theta sin theta is equal to 1, which of the following is true? So transfer this entirely into sin and cos. Just write cos theta as C and sin theta as S. You will save quite a bit of time. So this becomes 7C minus 3S square by C is equal to 1. Right? So transfer everything into cos. I'll get 7C square minus 3s square is equal to c. Now I can write sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. So this will be 7c square minus 3 into 1 minus c square is equal to c. So this would give you 7c square minus 3 plus 3c square is equal to c. This would mean 10c square minus c minus 3 is equal to 0. So 30 can be factorized very easily. It is 10c square plus 5c minus 6c minus 3 is equal to 0. So this would mean 5c times 2c plus 1 minus 3 into 2c plus 1, which would give you 5c minus 3 into 2c plus 1 is equal to 0. So c is equal to 3 by 5 or minus half. So 3 by 5 or minus half, that is option D. Very simple quadratic equation. It's just an application of trig to get it into the quadratic form, and that's it. Question 83. The complete set of values for which the equation 3x square, okay, again, quadratic equation. So b square minus 4ac. So this is a plus 2 whole square minus, if I bring that 3 to the other side, I'll end up with a plus 3, right? So 4ac would be 4 times 3 times 3. This should be greater than 0, two distinct real roots. That means a plus 2 whole square is greater than 36, which means mod a plus 2 is greater than 6, which means a plus 2 is greater than 6 and minus a minus 2 is greater than 6. So this means a is greater than 4 and minus a is greater than 8, or a is less than minus 8. So a less than minus 8 greater than 4. Less than minus 8 greater than 4. I can see that it is option G. Number 85. The straight line with equation y is equal to mx plus 3, m greater than 0 is perpendicular to the line with y is equal to px plus 2. The lines cut the x-axis at L and m. Length of LM is 5. Find the value of m plus p. This one was a difficult question. So let's see how we can do this. This is given as y is equal to mx plus 3. So y is equal to mx plus 3. What is the x-intercept here? The x-intercept will be 0 is equal to mx plus 3. So this becomes x is equal to minus 3 upon m. Now m is positive, right? So minus 3 upon m should be negative. That means this was the first line. Y is equal to mx plus 3. Okay, that is the line. Y is equal to px plus 2. That means 0 is equal to px plus 2. That means x is equal to minus 2 upon p. And this one is point L. So m minus L should be 5. Minus 2 by p minus of minus 3 by m, which is like plus 3 by m, is equal to 5. Also, these two lines are perpendicular, right? So their slopes multiply to be minus 1. M times p is equal to minus 1. Or I can write p is equal to minus 1 by m. Same thing. So I'll use this. If I multiply it by mp, I would end up with 3p minus 2m is equal to 5mp, which is minus 5. Now I can write 3p as minus 3 by m. So it will be minus 3 by m minus 2m is equal to minus 5. You can remove all the negative sign and multiply by m. So this will end up with 3 plus 2m square is equal to 5m. This means 2m square minus 5m plus 3 is equal to 0. So this will be 2m square minus 2m minus 3m plus 3. So this is basically 2m into 2m minus 3 into m minus 1. So this is m equal to 1, m equal to 3 by 2. Which one to choose? In the last portion of this sum, it says m is greater than 1. If m is greater than 1, then m is equal to 3 by 2. If m is 3 by 2, then what is p? P is equal to minus 1 by 3 by 2. This is minus 2/3. Now we want m plus p. So m plus p is 3 by 2 minus 2/3. So that should be 9 minus 4 upon 6, which is 5 by 6. 5 by 6 is given in option D. That is correct. Alright. This was not a difficult sum in terms of concepts, but it was difficult in terms of the amount of time that would take. Okay. If you missed any one of the hints and clues, you would have to redo it, which would increase the time taken further. So keep this question for the end. Next question. Fx is equal to x cube minus a square x is a positive constant. Find the complete set of values for which fx is an increasing function. So how do we figure out increasing functions? We take the derivative and set it to greater than equals to 0. If I set it greater than 0, I would just get the monotonical increasing functions. So what is f dash x? 3x square minus a square greater than equals to 0. So this would give me x square greater than a square upon 3. This gives me mod x greater than equals to a by root 3. This gives me x greater than a by root 3 and minus x greater than a by root 3, which is x less than equals to minus a by root 3 as well. So x less than equals to minus a by root 3, x greater than equals to a by root 3. This option is in G. 87, right answer is G. Alright. Last question. The curve y is equal to x squared is translated by the vector 4, 3 and reflected in y is equal to minus 1. Which of the following is the equation of the resulting curve? So instead of tracing the graph, we would follow a method known as identify the vertex. So the vertex for this original graph was 0, 0, and after translation by 4, 3, the vertex will become 4, 3. So if I reflect it in the line y is equal to minus 1, where is the line y is equal to minus 1? If this is the x-axis, then the y is equal to minus line is here. So what is the distance? The distance here is 4 units, right? So I have to go 4 units below. That will give me y is equal to minus 5. And the parabola that was here opening upwards will now be opening downwards there. So I'll have minus x minus 4 whole square minus 5. So this gives me option E. Minus 5 minus x minus 4 whole square. This problem was fairly simple. The only complicated problem was the straight line question with perpendiculars that we did. With that being said, I'll end this video here. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you all in the next one.